All right, we are doing linear relationships, and the first bit we're doing is drawing a straight line graph. Now, for this particular one, they got a formula. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a table of values. Get off there. Table of values. You don't have to create a table of values, but it is a nice, easy way of doing things. And then once we've got the table of values, we're going to plot the points. All right. So what we've got up here in the text that I've given you, we've got independent variable and dependent variable. So if you have a look at that in terms of this equation they've given us, the x is the independent variable. In other words, that's the number we choose. And then y varies depending on the value of x. So y is the dependent one and x is the independent one, which is why we've got x on the top and y on the bottom. Okay, so now when you're drawing a graph like this, you get to choose which numbers you choose for x. Now you could do 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. But if you look at that, that means this is your x-axis here. It means you're going to be starting here and only going that way. It doesn't really tell us what's happening on this side. So it's always best, if you can, have 0 in the middle. Yeah, go up 1 and 2. Though if you wanted, you could go up 2 and 4 and stuff like that. But you can see they've already drawn the graph for us with 1 and 2. So that's what we're going to use. And we're going to use -1 and -2. That way we're covering both sides of the graph. Okay, now what we're doing is we're subbing these values into that equation. So if we start with the -2, we go y equals 3 times -2, which will equal -6. So that's what we're going to have for our dependent variable. The next one is y equals 3 times -1, which will give you -3. Y equals 3 times 1 will give you 3. And y equals 3 times 2 will give you 6. Now, I didn't do y equals 3 times 0 because 3 times 0 is 0. I shouldn't have to write that down. Okay, so now that we've got that there, we've got our ordered pairs, okay, or our points. So what we're going to do is we're going to plot these 6 points, okay? And when we're doing coordinate geometry, we're using the x value, -2, and the y value, -6. So that's one of our points. And next one is -1, -3, then 0, 0. We've got 1, 3, and we've got 2, 6. So 5 points. All right, so now we're going to plot them. So -2, -6, remember that is your x value, that is your y value. So we go across to -2 and then down to -6. So we come all the way down here, and that's our point. So that is -2, -6. Now, I'm not going to write all the points on them. I just wanted to write that one on there so you can see it. Next one is -1, -3. So once again, across to -1, down to -3, which is in between -2 and 4. Then the next one is 0, 0. That's very convenient. That's our origin. Then 1, 3. So we go across to 1 and up to 3. And then 2, 6. So we go across to 2 and up to 6. And that is our line. Now, I'm going to draw this. It is not going to be super accurate. I am not using a ruler. It's very difficult to use a ruler when you're drawing on a laptop, but I will do it as straight as I can. And I'll do arrows, at the end of it. That's not too bad. You should always use a ruler, okay? Plot your points, use a ruler. You're doing a straight line, join the dots. Go a little bit further than your dots, put arrows on the end, indicates that this line actually goes on forever. And that's it. That's all we have to do.